What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns doing the review for Lowriders, which came out a few days ago, Tuesday, October 20th, on Grand Theft Auto Online for current-gen consoles, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. We're going to go over the pros, we're going to go over the cons, and then I'm going to give you my final verdict as to what I think about the Lowriders DLC. First off, the pros, and there are a lot of pros when it comes to Lowriders. First off, the fourth property. We've been begging and pleading with Rockstar for a long time to get a fourth property, and Rockstar has delivered. We can now have up to 40 rides, plus if you act now through October 25th, you still have a few more days to do this. By purchasing a high-end apartment, you will get a 25% rebate, but you got to follow the rules to qualify. It's up there on the screen. And if you do that, then a few days from now, you'll get 25% back of your purchase, depending on which high-end apartment you end up buying. So it's nice to get a little something back. More pros, the new Lamar missions. Who doesn't like Lamar? He's funny, he's hilarious, and I just love his cutscenes. Anytime in story mode there's a scene with Lamar, I love it. And of course the missions are fun as well. The 3 new adversary modes, lots of new clothing, hairstyles, and accessories. Hidden weapon pickups in free mode scattered about the place. Another pro I really like is the fact that Rockstar has changed the vehicle mods qualification. Instead of unlocking mods by racing, you can unlock them now by ranking up. So those of us that suck at racing, you now have a better opportunity of unlocking everything: the engines, the brakes, transmissions, suspension, etc. All by simply ranking up. The next pro is the confirm exit in the garages now at Los Santos Customs and Benny's. Instead of accidentally exiting out of the garage, which happens to us all, it'll now ask you, do you want to exit the garage? It's a small thing, but a lot of times when you're busy like modding your new rides, your whips, and you accidentally back out one too many times, yeah, it's kind of frustrating. But the next con is calling for different Pegasus vehicles. So if you're riding around in a tank, or you're Savage, or you're Buzzard, and you feel like grabbing the monster truck or another one of your Pegasus rides, you don't have to destroy your current Pegasus vehicle. You just call it Pegasus, and the new Pegasus vehicle you request will replace the one you're currently in. A few more pros to go over. First off, there's 2 new weapons, the machete and the machine pistol, plus new weapon finishes, which include the pump shotgun, assault SMG, combat pistol, MG, bullpup rifle, combat MG, special carbine, and the SNS pistol. The brand new vehicle remote is a fun pro, definitely kind of fun to play around with. Along with the pearlescent crew color, we now have that for our rides. Along with the 2 brand new music loops for our horns, San Andreas, which of course is from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Liberty City from Grand Theft Auto 4. I love both of those horns. A few more pros before we move on. Quick ammo restock, extra weapon in the creator. You got tons more of other patches and fixes. And of course, how could I forget Benny's Garage, the final pro, along with 6 new customizable rides. Well, technically 2 new rides. The Faction and the Moonbeam, both making their debut to Grand Theft Auto Online from Grand Theft Auto 4. You also got the Chino, you got the Voodoo, the Buccaneer, and the Primo. By the way, the Voodoo, Buccaneer, Primo, you can actually steal those rides from NPCs and use them as your lowrider if you'd rather go hunting for the Voodoo, the Buccaneer, or the Primo instead of purchasing them from Benny's website. But you know, whatever floats your boat. And all 6 rides fully customizable once you upgrade them, and that leads into our cons. Now, one thing I realized going into the Lowriders update is that where you were going to get hurt in the pocketbook was going to be all the new customization features for these 6 Lowriders. The interiors, the engine mods, the hydraulics, etc. But I don't think most of us expected to be hurt that badly in our bank accounts. Now, several of you complained to me via Xbox One, PlayStation 4, as well as in previous videos I updated this week in the comment section. And if you guys caught my custom rides vid I did Tuesday, which is 50+ minutes long, I feel your pain. Believe me, I do. I saw my bank account go from $8.7 million down what, $2 or $3 million in a matter of 50 minutes, and most of that was going towards the custom upgrade costs, which ranged between $200,000 and $400,000 depending on the ride. And I know a lot of you were joking about paying $400,000 for a clean Voodoo. Some of you actually did. I won't name names, but hey, teach their own, I suppose. But anyways, that upgrade cost is like an access card, like a VIP. It gets you in the door, but then there's all the food and all the drinks, and all that is expensive as hell too. In other words, Benny's mods are very, very pricey. And whenever you look at them, even though there's a lot to choose from, and you're like a kid in a candy store, you look at the price tag and you're like, what the fuck? The moral of the story is, if you're not too careful, just one of these lowriders, not all 6 of them. If you got enough money to buy all 6, well, more power to you. They can most definitely eat money. Your money specifically. In fact, I sold all except for like my Buccaneer. The rest of them I sold, and I got a little bit of my money back, so I didn't hurt too badly. I think I'll live to survive another DLC, hopefully. But anyways, overall, I love the new 6 customizable cars, the Lowriders. I think they're cool, even though they are rather pricey. My next con is revolved around the machine pistol. It's not a big deal, even though it does a lot of damage for an SMG. It only holds 20 rounds. I don't know, I was kind of expecting more bullets in an extended clip for the machine pistol than just 20, but alas, the final con. No, it's not about last gen not getting the Lowriders update. Rockstar's repeatedly mentioned several times that these 2 consoles, the PlayStation 3 and Xbox One, are a decade old and simply cannot handle the Lowriders DLC. It sucks, but that's life. Now back to my final con. Now this is just a personal con, something I don't like. But you may love it. You may enjoy it. You may think it's not really a big deal. But to somebody like me, who is known for racing badly, I consider this to be a con. The Destroy Last Place feature in races. Why do I think this is a con? Because not everybody that races in Grand Theft Auto Online, including myself, aren't exactly racing superstars. I kind of suck at racing. That's why I do my series, Racing Badly, 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, when there's not DLC on Tuesdays. It's bad enough that I'm struggling just to finish the race without a DNF, or maybe in the middle of the pack, without getting last place. But now, thanks to Destroy Last Place, if I'm in last place, or if you're in last place, and you're just trying to make it to the end of the race, you're going to get punished for being in last place by being blown up. Some people may think it's funny. I don't. It doesn't really help bad racers. In fact, it could actually turn a lot of people off from racing in Grand Theft Auto Online. And there you have it, my pros, my cons concerning Grand Theft Auto Online's latest update, Lowriders. My final verdict is, it's awesome. I love lowriders. And I'm not really into the whole low riding scene, but I do like the fact that Rockstar has answered a lot of people's requests over the past 2 years who have wanted to have these types of rides and whips in the game, along with the clothing options, the new weapons, everything else that's come with lowriders. I think it's overall one of the best updates that's come out for Grand Theft Auto Online in 2015.